Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I made this train track pant. In this tutorial we're going to be working with these two fabrics, and before watching this video you should already have an idea on how to create a pant that fits you perfectly so that you can use your pattern to follow up the process I'm working on. As usual, in a pant we have the small side and the back side, and this is my pattern that I folded the both sides 2.5 inches. If you watch closely, you're still going to notice that there was a folded part, and this folded part, I repeat, is 2.5 inches. I did it for the front side, and I also repeated this process again in the back side, so you don't think that I did it for only one side. And that's me just tracing the pattern out on my fabric. The same thing I did to this one, I also did it to the small part, and remember I folded it. This is just a normal thing I like doing, like marking the front and the back so I don't get confused. Look closely again, the folded part. I'm just trying to be clear so you don't get confused while watching this video. So now to get the joining for this thing, I'm just gonna add those parts that I minused, and if you check it, it's 5 inches because it's 2.5 plus 2.5, which is 5 inches, but we're gonna add 1 inches to each, which made it 6, and that's me just cutting it out. And I also placed it to my pants to see if it matched correctly, and it did. But I want to get a bit crazy, so I'm gonna cut out the length of this one to add a grain inside to just make a style out of it than to make it plain. But you can go with the flow, do anything that works well for you. And that's just me, the same thing, tracing it out and also adding 1 inches to each because of the joining allowance. On a normal day I forget, so I just sew it at once on the sewing machine, so I know that I'm done with this thing, so I don't misplace the fabric. But if you're not sewing yet, you can just pin it. It works well. Also, for the part where we make the design, I first skipped 5 inches out before doing a straight up 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches down. But I purposely made the top side 5 inches to just give it a good space from the band. After marking the 3.5 inches everywhere, I just felt like placing the strap on them to see if it works out well or I still need to cut it off. But after placing it, I found out that it's quite decent, it works well, so I left it. All those little 3.5 inches mark that you made, this is the time it's going to come handy, because you're going to put the strap and sew on it like I'm doing. I'm just placing the strap and sewing on it. After doing that, you should have something like this. Now let's go to the joining phase where we join the small parts of the pant and the large part of the pant. Watch closely and see how I do mine. And also, if you have an opportunity to get a serger machine, it's very helpful you get a serger machine because it makes your work neater. I guess we're getting there. Now this is the moment where we join the whole pant together. Just the way you join your normal pant, that's how you're gonna join this one together too. And for the pocket, from the length of the beginning of the pant to where I put the pocket was just 3.5 inches. Make sure you pin it, or if you can't sew without pinning, it's very important. While ironing this part, make sure you cover it with something before ironing. Sometimes this black strap, they can fool themselves. I guess we're already getting there. The pant is looking good. This is the time where we fold the leg of the pant to the size that works well for you. Now we are down to the waistband. For you to get your waistband, just measure around your waist, and anything it gives you, add let's say 0.5 inches to it for joining allowance. And this is me already, I've already cut it, and the waist, the width of the waist is 3.5 inches. See it? I know why I'm opening it up so you can see clearly. And that's the part where you join the waist together. After joining this part now, the part we are going to like look at now is getting the middle, like I got from the pant. And this is the place where we are going to like make a hole for our rope, or you call it shoelace. You understand what I mean? So this is the hole. The way I get my elastic waistband, I just measure my waist in a way that feels comfortable to me and minus 5 inches out of it, and I get it. Or you can do it this way, where I just use the main elastic and place it to my waist in a way that is comfortable to me and mark it with a chalk. Simple. Any way that works. This part depends on the kind of band you're using. When you place your band like this, just add 1 inch to the back of it, and that's how I got this like chalk here. And now I'm just like marking it around it, which is 2 inches. And don't mind this like funny drawing I'm drawing. I'm just trying to show you like this is the space I won't sew on. Like that's the part I won't sew on. And let's go to a sewing machine so you see what I mean. So that's just me like following the chalk to the place I sew. Why when I got to that place now that I showed you, I stopped. Are you seeing it? See this space? That is the place now we are going to use in like putting our rope inside and also our band inside. So this is a simple deal. Remember the chalk we marked. That's the chalk we marked. Can you see it closely? And something that is very helpful, instead of you to cut like the perfect size of your waistband, it's better you just mark it like this and put it through your waist before cutting it out. It's very efficient. Your perfect waist can like give you issues while like forcing it through all this place. So it's good for your waistband to just be as long as you can, as far as it has that mark to show you where you're going to like close it from. It works perfectly. So that's me. I just finished fixing the waistband inside. You see? Through that hole that I showed you. Now I'm just about to join it. Like the video, something that will be very helpful. You can try your best to just watch closely to see what I'm doing, and you will understand everything. If you remember closely, you're going to remember that we sew on the band. You can see it now. That line is still there. Watch closely to save you from confusion. If you watch closely, you will notice that I'm not sewing on this thread line I made from the band, but I'm sewing out of it. I hope that clears the confusion. I know it can be so confusing, but the main reason why I do this is so the thread on that band that I sew won't show when I'm done making my outfit. I know this tutorial was kind of tough, but I hope it gave you a knowledge on how to create yours. And also thanks for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe.